How does that relate to a client? What can we do to treat our client, singular, our client, in such a way that they develop this confidence that the money is going to be on the table, that the break is going to work, that the person, being me, is going to do what he said he is going to do. And we do that by showing the client how much we care. People don't care how much, they don't care until they know how much. Did I say that right? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I want to make sure I say that. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And we've got to show the client how much we care. How you can be the greatest salesperson on the planet.
Welcome to the Rethink Sales Show. My name is Derek Kelly. I am joined by Jim Shorkey. And Jim,
Thank you for joining me.
yes, without using words, and you have 10 seconds in the initial start of a sale, you start to build that trust.
I don't know that you really build trust. I think you make an impression. I don't know that it would be a trust impression, but it's an impression.
Yep.
And are we making a good impression or a bad impression? And so absolutely, positively, do want to greet the customer with a nice and not overly enthusiastic, because that can be also a bad idea.
Yeah, I feel hey, how you doing today?
Yeah, I want to be controlled enthusiasm. I want to have a smile on my face. I want to get eye contact right away. I want to, if we're going to shake hands, and some people don't want to shake hands, it'll be pretty obvious if they hand me if they put their hand out, I'm going to shake hands. But they may not want that. And I would be respectful. Yeah. I want to try to emulate their body language as well. So we need to be respectful of that. I'm old school. I'm a handshaker. We shake hands.
Yes, we do.
But I think that I would wait for them to put their hand out.
That's right.
And if I do decide to put my hand out and they just turn me down by not putting their hand out, then I'm just going to put my hand down on the other side and not worry about it.
Yep.
It's okay. What is a handshake?
Yeah.
It's really meaningless.
They're not rejecting you.
No, it's meaningless. It just doesn't matter. It's not the point. We're here to sell a car, not shake hands. Shaking hands is just part of what we do at the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group, but it may not be appropriate to this particular client. So I want to, if by doing it the right way, I'm respecting the client.
Yeah.
I really do want to write their name down, not because I'm running some kind of a detective agency. I just don't want to forget their name. And I do tend to forget people's names. And I really try not to do that, but I tend to do it, especially since I had the stroke. It seems like I have a harder time remembering names. You give me your name, I forget it right away. I had to work to remember Marshall. I did. And I kept thinking about that. And now I have it. I have Marshall. But up front, I really didn't. But I did focus enough that I did remember Marshall's name. That's a little tricky name to remember when you think about it. It's it's an unusual name. You don't hear that name as often. I have friends over the years by the name of Marshall, but they were, mostly it's Joe and John and just different things like that. Anyways, so I want to write their name down so that I can remember their name. And I think that's and then refer to their name. I think that's respectful. Yes. But it also might be a Mr. Kelly.
That's right.
Some people prefer that.
Yes.
So we really do want to deliver the presentation in terms of the greeting the way the customer would like the greeting to go.
And how would you know whether to call me Mr. Kelly or Derek, or do I present?
I think
am I telling you how to address me?
Could be. I might ask that question. Depends. Like I'm an old guy. I'm 68. So there's going to be mostly people that are younger than I am. And I think it's not expected that I would call you Mr. Kelly.
Sure.
I think that would become uncomfortable as well. We don't want to do that.
Yeah, that would be awkward.
So I might. I'm a little rusty, been out of the car business since 2016, so I'm a little rusty. But I might say to you at this juncture, I might say, how would you like me to address you? Would you like me to call you Mr. Kelly or Derek? Again, doesn't that show respect? So I might do that. Yep. I have to figure that out. It's a different world today. I don't mean different in
people are more casual.
There's different things today that are out there that I need to be more aware of, and I'm not aware of because again. Now, then you look at 2016, I got out of the car business in 2016, so that's 9 years ago. But in the meantime, I was in the office. Yes. So I was talking to people mostly on the phone. I did meet people occasionally, but really that wasn't the big part of my job. A big part of my job was running the business.
Yeah.
So I would meet customers, but it wasn't the normal thing. Other people did that part for me. I'd have to rethink that. I really would rethink you. I'd have to rethink my approach to that scenario. But I can tell you this. We used to say an adage in the automobile business, and it's probably true. I think all of us business people have said this. You never get a second chance to make a good first impression.
So true.
No matter what, you can make up for that bad first impression by making a good second impression, but still the first impression was a bad one. So you don't get a second chance to make that good first impression. Once you blow it, you blow it. Doesn't mean we cave, doesn't mean we're done. But at the same time, should we really not make that bad first impression?
Exactly.
So we want to be ready to go.
Yep.
We want to look good. We want to smell good. That's a biggie. We want to be professional. And you'll know, I think when you get up there with a client, if you're paying close enough attention to them, I think you'll know how they want to be coached.
Being present.
You sense that they're a little back offish percent. You back off as well. I'm talking to you pretty close right now. But if you moved over to that post there, which is twice as far away, I can still talk to you.
Yeah.
Not like we have to have these rules.
Good sense by my body language that
Maybe you don't want that.
Yeah.
I'm here for the client.
Yes.
So if the client seems to be a little bit back offish, then I'm going to do the same thing. Not from the perspective of being a wise guy. No. From the point of view of being a respectful guy.
Yes.
I want to respect the client. And if they want me to do a certain thing that's reasonable, I'm going to do it. Okay?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Does. Yeah. Yeah. And I think you answered my question of how do you non-verbally build that trust? You're saying you don't exactly build trust, but you do present yourself in a way that gives off a first impression.
Exactly.
If I'm coming in, oh, hey, Jim, eating some food, right? My name is Derek Kelly.
And also on top, when you think about the word trust,
right?
Trust means, in essence, overly simplified, but in essence, I take my wallet, I put it on the table, and I walk out of the room. I trust you and Marshall and Jess that my wallet's going to be there when I get back, and there's not going to be any money missing.
Sure.
But would I do that just
somebody you just met?
No, I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah,
it's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
You got credit cards in there. I got cash in there. Like, that's a bad idea. But I trust you guys. I know you're not going to even touch it, not even look at it.
No.
I trust
Might say,
you.
hey, Jim, you forgot your wallet.
So how do you earn that trust? It's not going to be in 30 seconds.
No, it's over time.
It's over time. Yeah, it is. It really is. So it does start there. But I think to say, how do I earn their trust? I think more than anything, it's respect.
Yeah.
And we talked earlier about my one shirt that I love, blessed, not stressed. When you're feeling stressed, focus on how blessed you are.
That's right.
Focus on gratitude. And so that's an aside to what you just mentioned, but these kind of things do matter.
And it's being full of care.
Exactly.
So we do this podcast, and every time we did it, I showed up an hour late.
That would not be good. I don't trust you.
You'd be like, Derek, what's going on?
Yeah.
We had somebody want to join us on a podcast one time, but every time they're supposed to come, they couldn't come. And it's after a while.
I stand corrected. I do trust you. I had a guy that wanted to meet with me. I said, fine, we'll do a porch visit. So we're going to meet in the front porch. Guy shows up an hour late. And I'm like, and he wants my help. I'm like, I'm out.
Yep.
You have so little respect for me that you can't even show up on time.
Yep.
Do you have a phone? Yes. Can I see your phone? Yes. You can't call me and say I'm running late?
Yeah.
You can't shoot me a text? No, I'm out.
Yep.
I'm not interested in talking.
Yep.
You can leave now. I'm not talking to you.
That builds
I was
that
angry.
builds trust.
Who the heck are you? I'm sitting here on my dime trying to help you out, not charging you anything, sir.
Yep.
And you can't even have the common courtesy to show up on time.
Yep.
And by the way, you should be early. If you're on time, you're late.
Right.
That's a great idea. No phone call, no text, no nothing. And just show up like as if you're freaking King Kong. Yeah. Get back in your car and leave.
Go
and that's
home.
basically what it was. It was a 5-minute conversation. And he's running a nonprofit and he wants my help. I'm out. I'm not helping you.
Yep.
I'm not going to help you.
Yep.
There's a lot of people in the world that merit, isn't that your choice of words? Same thing, right? Merit me helping them.
Yes.
They've earned that.
Yes.
And I don't have time for you.
Yep.
You have earned my lack of trust.
Yes.
And I'm out. And there's other people out there that will fill this gap like right now. I could fill this gap this very minute. I could have somebody sitting here and helping that person, but I didn't because you said you were coming. How disrespectful.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, somebody else suffers the consequences of your horrible judgment.
Yeah.
Because I could have been sitting here with my good friend Derek Kelly, and we could be having a conversation about Rethink You and
Right.
whatever the case
The
may be. It
podcast.
could have been a strategy meeting. And then so many people gain from that. But in the meantime, you're so ignorant that you can't even show up on
Communicate.
time. And
Yeah.
it's like ridiculous. And I'm waiting for this fellow to show up. If he would have called me and said, I'm running 15 minutes late, what would I have done?
Made your downtime prime time.
I'd have
But
gone out,
instead,
walked
you're
around in a
sitting there
circle.
waiting.
I was waiting because really that was a difference. You know, it just, yeah. How do you earn somebody's trust in the first few minutes? You don't.
Yeah.
It's a step-by-step process.
Consistency.
But you certainly aren't going to even get started with showing up, excuse my French, half-assed.
Yep.
If you're going to wear a tie, wear it. If you're going to wear a shirt, button all the buttons.
Yep.
If you're going to wear shoes, shine them. Yep. Make a good first impression.
Yeah.
And that starts the process.
That's so
long
good.
answer to a short question.
Yeah, but it's a great answer because you're talking about that trust builds over time. It's consistency over time. And that's such a good answer, Jim, because I think sometimes we think, oh, building that sale or making that sale happen requires the right words and the exact kind of thought and the perfect
word
strategy.
tracks and all that. No.
And all of that's having a good process, which you talk about a lot, being trained, which you talk about a lot, but these things that we don't normally think about that are really important as well.
They are. Right? You've heard me say this 1,000 times. I'll say it again. People don't care how much until they know how much you care.
Wow. Yeah.
And that is a foundational, that's a biblical thing. It truly is. People don't care how much, they don't care.
Yep.
Until they know in their heart of hearts how much you care. Once they know you really care, now we open the heart to building the trust.
Yes. Wow.
And when you walk up there, I hate to keep using this word. I'm sorry. I don't want to offend, but when you walk up there half-assed, you're really showing the people how much you don't care. Yeah. You just don't care enough to even polish your shoes in the morning, to brush your teeth properly, to take a good shower, to comb your hair. Come on. To wear a shirt without stains, per se.
Yeah.
You don't care. And so that's the impression you're making. You just don't care.
Yeah. Jim, thank you so much for talking about the value of building trust in the selling relationship and building trust over time. That goes back to the conversation we were having earlier about loyalty. Yeah. There's an amount of time where we want to work with the Jim Shorkey Auto Group because we have seen over time how they've taken care of us. Yeah. And that is valuable.
Yeah. And we did a thing. The fellow's name escapes me. Just a wonderful client, very loyal. And we did a why buy here video. Yep. Back to the virtual thing. Yep. This was years ago. And I was still there. And this fellow and his wife, his name escapes me, wonderful man. And he said, so he's talking about the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group. And that's just it. We're not going anywhere else because we just like the way they treat us here. And we like the fact that I can walk in and talk to Katie or talk to Jim or talk to Jim the Third or whoever. And just talking this way, it was so genuine and so cool. Yeah. And he said, and I got to ask, there's one thing I want to do. I always wanted to do this. And he reaches over and grabs his wife and kisses her.
I saw this video.
Yeah, you did. He said, I always wanted to do that. And it was fantastic. Funny. He kissed his wife on TV.
Right.
Yeah. And I can't think of his name. That's awesome. To a degree, it's disrespectful. But my brain doesn't recall names like it used to. Yeah. Just a wonderful man. I think he might have passed in the meantime, but geez, Katie, if Katie was here right now, she'd know exactly what I'm talking about. She was there.
Awesome.
And you saw the video. You can pull it up and he'll be there. Yeah. But he kissed his wife on the thing. And it was a why buy here thing. Yep. Why should you buy a car from Jim Shorkey? Let's listen to this client. He's going to tell you why. Yep. That's trust.
Yes.
He can say, there's only one place to go.
Yep.
That's right here.
And
awesome. Here's why.
Yes. Wow.
Because they talk to me.
That builds trust.
They recognize me when I come in. Mm-hmm. Bill Fabian is fantastic. Jim III goes out of his way to help me. Don Shule in the cleanup area does a special cleanup on my car every time. And I love that about this place. I love these people. Yeah. Oh, I know what he said. I do know what he said. He said, they make me feel like I'm going to cry.
Yeah, I know what you're about to say.
One of the family.
Yep.
Like I'm part of the family. Did he not say that? You had the video. I think he said something like that.
He did.
They make me, I feel like family here.
Yeah.
And then he kissed his wife on it. It was great.
But that's so.
It really spelled it out.
That shows that your folks care.
We do care. We really do care.
You're the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group. That's speaking of your family and creating them to be a family, but there's a family element to this.
Yeah, people don't realize that people, they thought it was Jim Shorkey because I'm Jim Shorkey.
Yes.
I'm not Jim Shorkey. My dad is Jim Shorkey. Yep. My dad was Jim Shorkey. My dad died. Miss him dearly. Yes. My dad was Jim Shorkey. I by birth am Jim Shorkey Jr., actually James Ronald Shorkey Jr.
Yep.
And I was always Jim Jr. And so my dad died, and my son is James Ronald Shorkey III. So there's two James Ronald Shorkeys still on the planet.
Yep.
But it's not Jim Shorkey Jr. Family Honor Group. It's not. So those of you who think it has to do with my ego, no, it's in honor of my father. And it is the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group and family. And I said this to my kids years ago. I said, guys and girls, if we can't do Thanksgiving dinner as a family, I'll sell this place. This business is not going to separate this family. Money and possessions and all those things can really mess you up.
That's
Guys,
right.
We're not going to do this.
Yep.
We're going to honor the business. We're going to respect the business. We're going to take care of the business, but we're going to treat each other with respect, or I'll get rid of the business. And I told them that point blank. And I wasn't kidding.
Yeah.
And I would have.
Yes.
But they never crossed me on that one. They never did. And they don't. And if you listen, if you get around them and watch how they interact with each other,
I've seen it.
they're out of control
Yeah.
in terms of respect. And that bleeds over into the clients.
Yes.
Because the clients really are our family.
Yes.
We feel that way.
Yes.
They're part of our family. And we're going to treat them like family.
Wow. Jim, thanks for sharing about trust and just the value of trust and how to build it over time. Thank you guys. And thank you, Jim. And we'll see you on the next episode.